I'm Ashlyn.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Marla.
And we want you to mansplain baseball elsewhere. Yay.
First off, I guess we want to acknowledge Memorial Day, which was yesterday because we're recording on June 1st. So,
Mm-hmm.
respect to all those who gave their life for this country and their families they left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Marla, what are you toasting with and to?
I have it's got a little bit of condensation at this point. It's a Dogfish Head, the Sequench Ale, the Session Sour. It's very,
cool.
I got water on my MacBook. It's a very lovely, refreshing drink because it was kind of cold for a few days, but it's warming up again, thank God. Mother Nature's a little bit bipolar, but it's all right. Still love you. And I'm going to toast to Pride Month because, like we said, it's June 1st, and I love y'all. I know we have a few listeners that are part of the LGBTQIA plus community, so for them and for everybody, Pride is a celebration. So we're going to spread the love, social distancing if we have to, and happy Pride.
Yay!
Love that.
What you got into?
I am toasting with sweet tea. And I know, right? And it's really good too. I made it like a little too sweet. It's perfect. Kind of tastes like syrup. It's the best. Anyway, I am toasting to the SEC champs, the Arkansas Razorbacks. The boys won their first SEC championship in baseball on Sunday.
Wow.
They came in.
That.
Yes, they came in very favored. They came in number one seed. They, because of that, got a first round bye, and they beat everyone all the way through. They beat UGA, they beat Vanderbilt, they beat Ole Miss, and they beat Tennessee in the championship. And they won, and it was great. And they are going into Omaha as they are in the number one seed overall right now. So they play Nebraska next. So the boys have some stuff to be proud of. I thought that was cool that they had gotten their first baseball championship in the SEC. So cheers to them. It was super fun, and I know it was hard work. It was hot as shit those last few days. So bless their hearts.
That's good. Greenville is hosting the ECU regional.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite side of the bracket has Charlotte, which is coached by a former Tar Heel. So Greenville's going to be mad at me. And yes, go ahead and drink. And UNC was one of the last 4 teams in, but we got in because of our strength of schedule was like one of the hardest in the country. So we were barely over 500. So if we didn't have that, we did. And so we are. So yes, props to baseball. Baseball's fun. And I really love how college baseball does like the regionals and the super, like they spread it out. You know what I mean?
There's lots of opportunities to go see college baseball and softball. Softball's set up the same way.
And softball was on ABC this weekend.
Yeah, for the first time ever.
It was. Mm-hmm.
So props to ABC for that. And so I am toasting with Leinenkugels. I can't ever say that word. Summer Shandy.
Leinenkugels.
Oh, love it.
Leinenkugels. Okay. Yeah.
Love it. That's what I had Saturday night.
Yeah. It's a good beach beer. We're up here. But I'm going to toast to Philip Wellman on his 14th anniversary of a complete and utter fucking meltdown. Like, if anyone ever goes, Emily, you're being a brat, I'm going to be like, no, I'm not. Look at this video.
Listen, I haven't chucked a base at you yet, so.
I'm not throwing a rosin bag at your head, so shut up.
I was going to say, it's the rosin bag bomb for me.
Yeah. Or
amazing.
The crawling almost.
I will army crawl the next person that pisses me off. So.
Yeah, do the army crawl. Like, it'll be like, what? Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get ejected, bro.
We're gonna find just the same.
Yes. Now, I don't know if Marla's Kickass Lady has ever been ejected from anything.
I don't know either. I'm gonna say probably not. But the Kickass lady that I want to talk about this week is Noelle Quinn. She was just named the head coach of the Seattle Storm in the WNBA. Noelle was born January 3rd, 1985. She was a player for a long time, and just this past weekend, the Storm's coach, I guess he's had a few health problems through the years, so they were doing it like part-time. She was head coaching, and part-time he was there, but he officially retired, so she took over. She was born in Los Angeles, grew up in...
Is it bad that I just thought I'm glad they actually gave it to her? Because...
Yeah, I mean...
Like
that they didn't hire some random dude from outside the organization. Yeah, so good on whoever the owners of the Storm are for making that decision. The bar's low, but there we are. So she went to Bishop Montgomery High School in Torrance, California. She went to college at UCLA, and she was drafted 4th overall in 2007 at the WNBA draft by the Lynx. She has played for the Lynx, the Sparks, the Mystics, the Storm, the Mercury, went back to the Storm, and then she also went and coached high school basketball, and starting 2016-ish, which is obviously part-time. So she came back.
NBA player coaching high school basketball.
That'd be so nuts. Not only for the girls that get to learn from her, but also the girls on the other team were probably terrified.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We got fucking the social studies teacher out here.
It's
all
our math teacher who's drunk half the time, but sure, you have a WNBA star. That ain't fair. So anyway, yeah, she's done all sorts of stuff with basketball throughout her whole life, and now she's head coach, and she had her first press conference either last night or this morning. I don't know. Time is fake. But she did really well, and I'm excited to see what she does. The Storm is killing it this year, as predicted. I mean, they are the champs, the reigning champs. So we'll see. We'll see how they do.
Awesome. Now, I don't know if this is Ashlyn's Mansplain of the week, but the guys who like to argue in your mentions after you're like, I don't give a fuck, please stop talking to me.
Please stop talking to us. Please stop.
We literally say we don't care. Stop.
I literally told you I don't give a shit. Why are you still typing?
The amount of I saw people today in my Instagram mentions talking about why it shouldn't matter what a guy does off the field. He should be allowed on the field. And I'm like, no. Consequences are a thing in the real world.
You know what? We'll get to that.
Yeah. But, I had all weekend, and I can't even tell. Actually, yes, again, it was something to do with the situation that happened with the Braves that we'll talk about in a little bit. But it was fans of other teams arguing over which team had more domestic violence players and who thought it was fine and who thought it wasn't. And I'm not talking they kind of argued. And I don't know why it took me so long to mute the tweet, to be honest. I think I was just kind of baffled by how long it could go on. Keep in mind,
people said all Braves fans are being silent, and I'm like, I've literally not seen one silent Braves fan.
When have we ever shut up about anything?
But listen, that I'm not gonna say her handle because y'all probably already know it anyway. I'm not gonna call her out, but that woman is not somebody to argue with anyway because she's a fucking idiot. She's proven that to me more than one time, and she's argued with me over some stupid ass fucking shit and shown that she was an idiot. So when she saw that and I saw everybody going for it, I was like, damn, this bitch dumb again. Color me shocked. Anyways, these men argued in my mentions for 49 tweets before I muted it. I don't think they probably stopped.
No.
They might still be arguing right now. It was amazing. Also, please undo that. Let's womansplain how to untag a person from a thread. Click on the little thing. When you're going to reply, you can click on the buttons on the little highlighted apps, and you can unclick mine when you're not talking to me. And then you can type whatever you want, and you can talk to whoever you're trying to talk to in my mentions. And it does not alert me. And that's a feature that is on Twitter.com for a reason, so please use it.
Yes.
Also, please don't tell us that the Pirates' first baseman, Will Craig, is that his name? Bless his heart. Don't tell us that he should have stepped on first because we know he should have stepped on first. We understand as much as you understand that all he had to do was step on first. So don't say, hey, did you know that all he had to do was step on first? Yes, I fucking know that. That's why I'm laughing. That's why we're here. That's why the tweet is here.
Like, that's why this was a horrible play by the Pirates, because it was a horrible play.
Probably didn't do shit. I mean, besides make it interesting, I guess. Besides try it. But besides try and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, let me fuck around.
When Javi took 4 steps back towards home, dumbass should have been like, I'm not fucking chasing him. Let me go touch first base. But that didn't happen. So he's an idiot. Javi's not a genius.
He was just taking the heat off the Penguins because that was the day after the Penguins got eliminated. So bless Will Craig, his little heart. He was like, you know what? I'm going to take one for the entire city. No one's going to be talking about the Pens getting eliminated.
Nobody was backing him up. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, I bet all the Pirates were standing there like, the fuck is going on, Will?
Well, that's why, like, Derek Shelton, like, their manager, and, like, a lot of the other players were like, yeah, it was a group thing. And at first I was like, how the fuck is it a group thing? He's a first baseman. Step on the bag. But to his credit, we've all had brain farts, and everybody should have been screaming, step on the base.
Well, that, and two, like, once you see him running, somebody go fucking cover first. Like, just in case. You don't know what's going to fucking happen. I don't remember who it was, and I didn't notice it like the first 99 times I watched it. But there's some Pirates player that, like, is assuming, like we all were, that Javi's going to just run right into him. He's going to tag him out, and that's going to be it. So he's, like, walking off the field. Not over yet, bro. It's not over yet. So anyways, pay attention, and stop fucking arguing in my mentions without untagging me. Thank you.
Right.
Anyways, so around the league, there was lots of fun stuff, right?
There was a lot of fun stuff around the league this week. We already covered the humorous part with the Pirates. I also thought the Orioles, we had hope for them. They've lost 14 straight. And this is as of yesterday. So lost 14 straight. Maybe they've lost 15 straight by now. They haven't won, though, since beating the Yankees on May 16th.
That's amazing.
So everyone can beat the Yankees this year. That's the motto.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay. Dodgers won 8 straight, but then they lost to Ashland's Astros. So, but they're still hot. Like, they got it back. Rays are on a 16-1 run.
Yep.
Yeah, but Bob Nightingale just tweeted about them today, so RIP them.
Yeah, well, Nightingale tweeted about the Rays, the Dodgers, somebody else. He was rapid fire cursing people today.
He's just on one.
Because if you have to jinx the Tigers, I mean, that's like literally stealing candy from a baby. Like, don't do it. Anyway, other hot things. Vladdy was in the home run lead, but now Garcia of the Rangers, Tatis, and Acuna are tied with him. They all have 16. Ohtani is in 5th place with 15 home runs. So, how cool would it be if Ohtani, I mean, I want Ronnie to get it, but if he doesn't, if Ohtani gets, like, the home run, like, lead for the whole season and, like, the Cy Young or something, how cool would that be?
That'd be so amazing.
Anyway, see him. I want him and Trout to have playoff baseball, and I don't know if it's going to happen. Probably not, but I really hope they do. Tatis, Ashlyn, cover your ears, hit a 3-run home run in the 9th on the last out to tie it against the Astros. And then in the 12th, Will Myers was like, I need to go to bed. He hit another 3-run home run to seal the win. So, anyway, Donaldson, Old Braves legend, scored the 2 millionth home run win.
Yes, very cool.
Not the 2 millionth run of MLB history. Sorry.
That's crazy.
DeGrom's back. He beat the shit out of some kids in A-ball. And then I guess was like, okay, I'm ready.
I hope he's paying their therapy bills.
I know, right? I saw where it was like, he treated them to Chick-fil-A and Outback. I was like, he could have taken them to something fucking nicer than that after the shit he did. Well, actually, that was his own team. He should have bought fucking Outback for the other team, too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, really.
But imagine getting even like a foul off of DeGrom. Like I would live off that the rest of my life. Like,
Be like, at least I hit it, bro. At least I hit it.
And then
I would be
Jack
cowering
Flaherty,
in the box.
Yeah, Jack Flaherty, who we've all talked about, like we kind of want to hate, but like it's hard to hate him.
Yeah. Kind of annoying.
Left the game with side tightness, so hopefully he gets better soon. He's been on fire this year.
Yeah.
But we're on vacation, so I haven't watched a ton of baseball outside the Tigers, and I watched some of the Braves game, but honestly, that was depressing. But we'll get
Pirates made history in another way though, because they took the series from the Rockies, and they got a shutout they got 2 shutouts in a doubleheader for the first time since '76. So
that's pretty
revenge tour, baby, starting. Colin Brand started rehabbing today. It's come back.
That's the weird thing about this year is there's been a lot of shutouts. As we all know, there's been more no-hitters. But then there's also been these games where teams score like 17 runs or something ridiculous. Like I feel like the Dodgers are hitting their stride. The Yankees were, and then they've just backslid. The Rays are obviously on fire, but there's not like. It feels like. I don't know if it's just good baseball or what, but it feels like a lot of the teams are really closely matched this year. You know what I mean?
It seems like everybody's either really good or really, really shitty. So,
But
there's a few middle tier teams like us, I think. But I think for the most part, you're either like winning your division or you're like 12 games back already.
Then you have someone. Rockies is like completely like failing at life and then like beat the Padres or something. You're like, the fuck? Like, where'd that come from? You know? Like,
weird,
it's just
man.
Baseball's fun. So
it's stressful.
The Braves finally won a damn game yesterday.
Yeah, so as far as we'll talk about scores and then we can get into rants if we want to do that at this point. So the series against Boston, it was a 2-game series. We split it. First game we won 3-1. Second game we lost 5-9. In the first game on the 25th, Panda went 3 for 4. He was the DH. I said he was going to go 5 for 5, and I think I said with like 2 dingers. But he went 3 for 4, so he was close. Enough. Freddie went 2 for 4. Ronnie was 1 for 5 in that game. A little bit of a hiccup. Charlie in that game went 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 runs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Santana and Will Smith finished it up, put the little bow on it. It was very nice. Next day,
so
less
Ronnie,
nice.
I don't know if it was in that game, but someone posted today about the 3-2 counts that he's lost. Like, I think there's been 11 this year, 3-2 counts that then they call them as a called strike.
I know there's the one yesterday. I don't know about
6 of them. Oh, the one yesterday was ridiculous. Like, my drunk grandma would know.
I'm mad about it. I'm gonna die mad about it.
There was, I think it was 6 of them are clearly balls, and then one of them is like literally right on the line where I guess that would be discretionary, theoretically, for the umpire. So, like, he has got 6 walks stolen from him by these stupid umpires who I think they just hate him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happened in that game, but Yeah,
I don't. Maybe. I didn't look at that, but it's possible. We'll go with that. So, do y'all hear this loud ass bird weighing in on the conversation?
Yeah, that bird's loving life.
It's either a Braves fan or it hates us. I'm not sure. Anyway, so in the loss to Boston on the 26th, Ronnie and Contreras were the only ones that had 2 hits. Everyone else had 1 or 0, which is not a great way to win a game. Ender and Panda were both 0 for 4. Smiley went 5.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Luke, Nuke, and Dayton finished it off. I forget. I think Dayton.
Shit about him.
I think Dayton was.
Yeah, I didn't talk enough.
So,
we were kind of like Smiley's finding his groove. He's doing good, and then he did this to us. That's our fault. We're sorry.
He sucks. We don't like him.
Yeah. And then against the Mets.
Just kidding. We don't have any help.
Johan got called back up on Thursday.
Yeah.
options. He can't have that many options left.
I don't know. He's got infinite.
Well, if he get they can option him back and forth every day, and it only counts as one because it's the year. So next year it's another option. This year, they can literally do it every fucking day. That's why fucking what's his name? Bless his bones. Bryce comes back and up, up and down, up and down, up and down. Bless his fucking heart.
I'd be so annoyed if I were them. So annoyed.
I'd be like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Honestly.
I was annoyed enough when I was in high school and I had to bring two uniforms. Like, are you going to play for JV or varsity today? Well, it depends. So you got to bring both. Well, that was annoying enough to me. Can you imagine what city am I going to play in tonight? Who knows? Yeah. Anyway, that's a different rant.
To fight Atlanta traffic today or not.
Seriously.
At least they're close. We'll give them that.
Yeah, close-ish. And then Saturday versus the Mets, we lost 2-13. No one had more than one hit. Ian went 4 innings pitched, 4 runs, 6 strikeouts. Nuke went 1 innings pitched, no runs, only 2 strikeouts. Well, 1 inning with 2 strikeouts. Not bad. Nuke's been all right. Not gonna, knocking on wood and whatever, but it's doing all right. Santana 0.1 innings pitched, 3 runs, 0 strikeouts, and Flaw.
I have whatever. One series. I have not been sad that we had like an off day, then weather, and then weather again. Like I was like, I can't even. For my own. Right with it.
So Flaw went 1.1 innings pitched, gave up 4 runs, 2 strikeouts, and then he got optioned to Gwinnett yesterday. And
started rehab stint on Saturday though. I'm going to focus on that positive.
We've not been above 500 all season, so I would love for them to maybe do that this week. We got we got the Nats and the Dodgers.
We did hit 500 for like a day, and then they were like, "That's too good. Let's go."
Yeah, let's get above that, please and thank you. We're facing Strasburg, Lester, Scherzer, Corbin, Arias, Kershaw, and Bauer. So not the easiest of rotations to go through. But hey, I think they're fired up again. We did win yesterday. So...
And we're leading, as of May 26th, we were leading the MLB in home runs for team, which makes it even more sad we're not above 500.
Yeah, it's like that. And our run differential is still negative, I'm pretty sure. The Marlins are still the only ones with positive 1 in the NL East, I'm pretty sure. Last time I looked anyway. So it's been, but I think the guys, honestly, they found out the news on Saturday and then they bombed that game, which is totally understandable. I don't think anyone's holding that against them. But I think, at least just judging purely from the one game that I watched last night where they won, they seemed like they kind of want to focus on the field and put the other stuff kind of to the wayside. Sometimes, like, when you have something happening in your life and you like go and have like a really good workout, it's like that, I think. So hopefully they prove me right and we can
we'll go ahead. And I mean, I guess now it's as good a time as any.
Sure.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, and if you don't, congrats. I want to find the rock that you live under because could use it some days. So Ozuna, I guess it came out Saturday. To the public, it came out like Saturday night or Friday night?
Saturday night. It came out in
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, and then the more details came out Saturday night. But the guys knew before the game, which is why, of course, they're not going to focus on the game. So Marcell Ozuna, who we all loved all last year, we clamored. We had a special episode about when he got signed this offseason. Turns out is kind of a monster. And I don't want to hear anything about back and forth. It doesn't matter when you commit domestic abuse and violence, and I'm not going to get into specifics because it's actually really triggering and I don't want to do that to any of our listeners. When you threaten harm, bodily, permanent physical harm against your spouse or anybody, you don't deserve to be making millions in the MLB.
He threatened to kill her and specifically said, with the dispatcher listening, I would hit you harder, but I know the cops are on the way.
And the cops got there, and apparently the cops are saying that they got there and he was in the act of harming her.
Yes. And if you read,
so.
if like you said, it is extremely triggering. The charges came out, and when the charges came out, they're very specific. So they were already pulled in. And I mean, granted, we have to wait for the evidence, whatever. But they were oddly specific. So I was kind of like, this is strange. You know what I mean?
And they apparently had body cams. So I would assume that footage has been reviewed.
When they came out with the Sandy Springs Police Department made another statement at about probably 9 or 10 o'clock Sunday night or Saturday night that included more details. And then we're like, and they saw it, like, you pretty much can't excuse that away. And then there was an article, I tweeted all this at Briggs Emily, that came out Sunday that went into even more detail about what not the dispositions, you're the paralegal, but like when they gave their statements.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's extremely triggering reading these statements. It wasn't, not that it's ever okay to hit someone, but it's not like she slapped him, he slapped her, and then he went to jail. Like, it's
severe.
And I will give kudos. The Braves immediately came out and said, we told MLB as soon as we found out, domestic violence is bad. Like, we don't stand for it, period. But we have to wait for an investigation. Like,
which is what they have to do. I mean,
yes,
that's at least what they have to say. Even if AA is like, I don't want him on my field ever again, which I hope is how he's feeling right now. Mm-hmm. He can't come out and say that yet. So,
but they did take his stuff out of the retail shop, I believe. Mm-hmm. They were offering refunds to people who bought stuff from the retail shop.
There's supposed to be a giveaway for his sleeve this Thursday, I think. They're obviously not doing that.
The bobblehead's full.
That. They pulled everything from their store. And then, like, we have a friend who bought his jersey opening weekend, doesn't have the tags on it. I mean, it's worn, and they're like, we'll exchange it for you, like, for someone else.
Yeah.
No problems. And so I think the Braves are doing as much as they can. I know we all know stories, and whenever we get to my season of Lecturin Ladies, like, we're focused on baseball right now, but we're going to talk about, like, as part of mental health, like, domestic violence and stuff like that. But we've all seen athletes who were not punished as much as I think they should have been on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully we've seen more and more consequences for actions lately.
Yeah.
And I don't see how it couldn't be proven true that these allegations are true, but when/if they are, I hope MLB and the Braves. I don't want to ever see him on a field again. I definitely don't want to see him in Atlanta. I don't want to see him on another field again.
Yeah.
No, he needs put on that fucking banned list, restricted list, whatever.
I mean, he should be in jail, so it shouldn't really be an issue.
20 years.
You would hope.
He should go to jail.
One of the charges, so I don't even know what the second charge carries.
I had a guy say that he should face all the legal ramifications, but the Braves should keep him. And I literally said, are they going to rent him out for 6 hours from the prison? If you think that he should face all the legal ramifications, assuming all this is true, he's going to prison. So what are the mental gymnastics there?
Are we going to let him play out the rest of his contract when he's 53 or something? I mean, I know people don't always serve they're convicted to, but still, you know what I mean?
Come back after 15 years or whatever. No, he needs to be done.
And I mean, I would very much appreciate if we could not post any more eulogy videos, because I'm not sad that he's gone, because he's a fucking piece of shit apparently. So fuck him. And honestly, fuck him hard for all of us. Not only fuck him super hard for what he did to his family, for what he did to his wife, his kids, all that. Fuck him for that. But also fuck him for all of us that were rooting for him and supporting him and lobbying for him. And
all off season, that's all we did.
And the thing is,
he let us all down. He let his entire family down. His wife won, but his poor children, fuck him so hard. And just really quickly, I want to, if you have problems at home, if you need help, someone to reach out to, obviously, we're all always here to help. The domestic hotline for domestic abuse and violence, you can call. It's 1-800-799-7233. You can also text that phone number if you are in a situation where you cannot talk on the phone and cannot,
which is typical.
be overheard. Yeah, they also have a live chat. Their website tells you what to expect when you do contact them, like how they're going to help you. It's a very useful resource if you find yourself in that situation. Please have the courage to get up and get out and break the cycle.
And also, something I saw on Twitter was, and I know because we all felt duped, like you just said, but the people saying, well, I can't believe a man who's like that would do this at home. That's what abusers do. They're good at manipulating.
They manipulate everybody.
And they are good to make it so if Genesis earlier had said, Marcel is doing this to me, I need help, people go, there's no way he was doing that. He's such a great guy. And it's not, that's what abusers do. So don't ever, like, I'm sick of fucking seeing that comment. Like, it's one thing to say, we didn't expect it, we loved him, and we all lobbied for him, and we all feel let down on some level. But to think that's not typical of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And educate yourself. Hopefully, I hope out of this, I hope some women are given strength, and men, it happens to men too, to get help. And I hope others educate themselves about the signs, and that there's probably a woman statistically that is going through this right now.
And there's probably a buddy of yours that does it. So we need to hold our friends accountable too.
Correct.
Look for the signs, learn the signs, talk to the children. The children are oftentimes the way that it gets discovered, whether it be if they go to school or even just talking about it. I mean, domestic violence is not something that just happens between two people. If you grew up in an abusive household, you know what it's like. It's like a bomb going off every day, all the time. So you need to learn the signs. We all have a responsibility to do what we can. So,
and that's very awkward. There's no good way to segue.
Yeah. Sorry for getting so heavy, but
baseball.
That's kind of where we're all at this week. It's not a great mental health week.
No. I literally finally at about 1:00 on Saturday was like, I have to log off because I can feel myself spiraling reading this. But it was also like,
it's like doom scrolling.
Like you can't turn away, but like you have to turn away.
A bright spot though is baseball, even if it's also kind of the source of where the hurt is coming from. It's good to turn to the things that make you happy, and at least I'm trying to say, guys, bear with me. So the Blue Jays have been a bit of a bright spot, at least for me. They took the series against New York and Cleveland. They were fun to watch. I mean, that's pretty much the best way to describe it. Marcus Semien has been going off. He's probably going to be the AL Player of the Month. He did make the Team of the Month, which is like both AL and NL. He got second base and Riley got third base. So they're both kind of going off. They both had awesome Mays. Marcus Semien, as of yesterday, was first in WAR for the AL. First in WAR at 2.9 hits. He was tied with JD Martinez at 62. His slugging is 550. His average is 297. He's got 13 home runs. His OPS is 915. Vladdy is also atop so many leaderboards right now. Not just the home runs we talked about with 16, but his OBP is 430, slugging 634, OPS plus is 1.065, and he's just going off.
Quick update for Vladdy. I got an alert a minute ago. He has 17 home runs now, so he is the leader.
There we go.
Until Ronnie hits one later tonight.
Yes.
Who did we pick? Oh, Jose Abreu also. Oh, wait, did they? I think they finished their game already. Anyway, what else has been going on in the Blue Jays land? Teoscar Hernandez is also kind of on a tear right now. He's in the top 10 for AL F4. We still don't know when George Springer's coming back, but he apparently is like close to start rehabbing, so that was good news. And then I said it was mostly a bright spot. The game that the Blue Jays lost against Cleveland the other day was awful. It was an awful way to lose because it was totally preventable. In that Chatwood was in, it was a doubleheader, so it was the 7th inning, walks like 4 people, and Charlie Montoyo still doesn't have anybody in the bullpen warming up. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and it's not just me, like a newbie to Blue Jays. Everybody on Twitter that I talked to, all the Blue Jays podcasts that I listened to are like, there was no excuse. And I guess Montoyo tried to say, like, I have confidence in Chatwood. I want him to have that confidence to know that I have his back and whatever.
He was their guy for the day.
Yeah. And it's like, that's great. But if your pitcher is so insecure that a guy warming in the bullpen when the bases are loaded in the end of the game, that's not good. If that's going to throw him completely off or like piss him off, then he should maybe go back down to AAA and work on some of that, because that's part of the game. So I don't know. People are really, really pissed at Charlie Montoyo. We will see what happens, if anything, if he learns his lesson. Hopefully we don't run into that situation again. But despite that loss, 2 wins against the Yankees and 2 wins otherwise against Cleveland, I will take. So
For sure. Have the Astros done anything joyful?
Okay, so the Astros. Okay, so we had some bright spots and some really fucking annoying low spots. Okay, so we split the series with the Dodgers.
Astros, not so
crazy. It was super fun. Bauer gave up 3 home runs in his start. That was the second game. That was super fun. Altuve hit a home run on the first pitch of the game, giving us a little Ronnie vibes. Loved that. That was great. I was happy with the series split. It was good. Garcia pitched for us that game, and I didn't know this until this past weekend. I never realized, I guess. Shout out to Brittany for letting me know, but Garcia actually skipped double and triple A ball.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And yeah, a combination of last year and like needed him, and okay, so here we are. Right. He skipped both, and he pitched 6 innings of 1-run ball against the fucking Dodgers.
That's
crazy.
He had 7 Ks. He had 1 walk. He did an amazing job, and his overall ERA for the year is 2.93. That's in 46 innings. He also did really well when they played the Yankees earlier this year, well, I guess that was May, right? I think. So he's done really good, just period, but really, really good when you realize he skipped those levels. So shout out to him. Then they had 3 with the Padres, and we won one of those games. The problem for me was the 2 that we lost were so fucking frustrating. First of all, the first game was 10-3, which you think would be a fucking blowout because it is, but also the Padres scored 7 of those runs in the 11th inning.
Shout out to Tony La Russa. This is why you never stop trying to run.
Like, they were fucking like, it was down the gap in right field, gap in right field, gap in right field, gap in right field, like literally 7 times in a fucking row. Right, I was like, could y'all fucking move over? Like, scoot. What the hell are you doing? Scoot over. Anyways, so that was frustrating. My notes literally say, come on, question mark, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So that's how I felt about that. Framber Valdez is back He only pitched 2 innings, but that's fine, given he's been out. He's the one that, like, broke his finger. We thought he was going to have surgery and be out for the season, but now his finger's fine, and he's back, and here we are. He had 4 Ks, gave up 1 home run, and walked 2 guys, so not super horrible. That was the Saturday game where we were tied at 8 with 2 outs in the ninth, as Emily mentioned, and Tatis fucking slammed one. After, the part that made that hurt worse, was he fouled off a pitch right before that, and it came down in foul territory and was not called. If they catch that 3-run home run doesn't happen.
Look at us explaining baseball. If he caught the ball in foul territory, he would have been out.
So that sucked. That really sucked. And the guy, it looked like, bless him, he just misjudged the ball. He was like 2 feet in front of where it dropped. God love him. He reached back and he tried, but Jones, he just wasn't getting there. Bless him. Anyway, the next game, Odorizzi pitched. He also was hurt earlier this year, as we know. He did well. He went 5 innings, 1 run, 4 Ks, blah, blah, blah. My king, my man who does not know he's my man, Ralph Garza Jr., debuted. What was that? I guess that was Sunday night. Was that Sunday night? No, that was Saturday night. That was Saturday night. Yeah. In one of the innings, he didn't do great. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs. So, like, it's not super good.
They can't all be kidding me.
But he's in here.
He got his
he's in here. And we're building. For it's only up from here, so it's fine. Then Sunday, that's the game we won. Greinke was Greinke. He went 8 innings. He gave up 1 home run, and that was fucking it. So Kyle Tucker hit a 3-run home run in that game. Woohoo, we finally won one. We didn't get swept. I appreciate that. I did not want to get swept. And yesterday we started our series with the Red Sox, and we won 11-2. Altuve hit a home run. Jose pitched. He went 6 innings of 1-run ball. So, like, we're chugging along, and I really wish we would have taken 2 out of 3 from the Padres, but it's fine. We split with the Dodgers. We won 1 with the Padres. This one with the Red Sox is 4 games, I do believe. So if we can take 2, no, I want to take 3 of these. I want to take 3 of these games, and I will be very happy. I'll be happy with 2, but I want 3.
Yes. We won it all. So the Tigers, I'm going to go out of order a little bit here, did sweep the Yankees. And maybe the best part of this, well, okay, the low point was Gio Urshela literally walked on 3 balls Friday. But Hinch didn't. The umpires, I don't know if they didn't catch it or they were just waiting for Hinch to say shit. So, whatever. But we ended up sweeping the Yankees. Yay us. And then the Tigers social media trolled John Boy because he was like,
that was funny.
It was great.
Tigers, they don't deserve to make the playoffs. And they're like, update. They didn't say update, but basically said update. So
I think they actually said, like, dang, that sucks or something.
Yeah,
something like that's a shame or something.
That's rough, buddy.
Something shady. So it was just hilarious. We did lose our series to Cleveland, but we shut them out on Thursday. So, like, at least we got 1 game off them. Jose Urena, who I still hate, did leave Wednesday's game with lower right forearm cramping, but he's on the 10-day IL, but he should only miss 1 start. So they're like, it's not that serious.
Which is the lower part of your forearm? If you're an anatomical, the wrist?
I don't know.
Yes.
And then I know he broke one of his arms, so who knows? Tariq Skubal is only 2-7, but he is on Tuesday became the first Tigers rookie to go back-to-back with 9+ Ks since 91. On Sunday, he became the first Tiger rookie ever, and they've had some damn good rookies. Like, I don't know if Verlander got drafted by them, but they've had a lot of good pitchers. Like, Scherzer was on there at one point, like David Price. Like, they've had good pitchers. But he became the first Tiger rookie to record 8+ Ks in 3 straight appearances ever on Sunday. So, like, he's only 2-7, but it's more like a run support thing, which, we know how that is.
Win-loss records are crock of shit anyway.
Exactly.
He's got a great name.
Yes.
Yep.
We do have some fun named people. Former Auburn pitcher Casey Mize on Friday did 5 innings pitched. They did get 5 hits off him, but only 1 earned run and 7 Ks. So he is continuing to be awesome. If Matthew Boyd started the year off really well and then went right back to 2020 Boyd form, so give Mize time and he will be our ace. I'm fairly certain. Saturday, they won in 10. They were down 1, had 2 outs, full count, and Robbie Grossman hit a walk-off home run. So,
Robbie Grossman.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad I wasn't watching that, though, because I feel like I would have had a heart attack. That same day, though, a guy in high A, Torkelson, who's their number 1 prospect, hit 2 3-run home runs. So, that's pretty good. Yeah. And what I hate Bob Nightingale for today is he tweeted that the 14-13 record that the Tigers had in May, which is above 500, was only the 3rd winning month in the past 5 seasons.
My goodness.
Jesus Christ.
On the up and up.
So I was like, I think we're going good, and then hopefully we didn't get jinxed. But he was out there trying to jinx everybody the first day of June. How rude!
But if it's the Tigers,
I'm telling you, rapid fire jinxing.
Maybe it is a reverse jinx for the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't know. He chose
maybe
violence.
He only has so much power. He sent out 49 tweets. Surely he can't curse 49 times. It's got to run out eventually.
Exactly. So, just keep it going for the Yankees and the Rays, and then it'll peter. But, Detroit's not that important. Just let them have
please.
Yes. So, speaking of random things that people may or may not know, I guess if you don't really follow baseball reporters, you wouldn't know Bob Nightingale is a curse in human form. What do you have to teach us, Marla?
Real quick, I did forget to mention, if you didn't know, Alex Manoah has the cutest mom, and she was sobbing in the stands during his debut, and he got his first strikeout, and she's crying and stuff. There's really cute clips. Go watch that. It's adorable. And I didn't know that, he had such a cute little mom. So, but as far as other things, so I know I was supposed to do a random rule, but
do what you want.
I circumvented that rule of rules a little bit, and I wanted to talk about a name origin for a random team.
Okay.
Because I like etymology and name origins and stuff, and I actually found a video just randomly about this on TikTok. So I'm stealing that idea. So
TikTok's a total waste of time anymore.
Dude, it's so handy if you follow the right people, you can get so much good knowledge out of it.
So you can learn some shit in 59 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy. Give me 3-minute videos, please. I gotta talk about superheroes and stuff. Anyway, so the Gastonia Honey Hunters. They're a new team. They just formed this year in Gastonia, North Carolina.
Yes.
And they are in the Atlantic League, I guess. And they have their little logo. I'll show you guys a picture. But if you guys want to look it up, Gastonia Honey Hunters. Sure. It's a little honey badger. Looks very fierce, as a honey badger is. So the name is obviously because of the honey badger. But the hunter part, I was like, that doesn't, a honey hunter to me is Pooh Bear. So, but it's actually...
It's a single man on Friday night, so...
There we go. So it's actually from a man whose name was Ransom Hunter. He was born March 14th, 1825, and he was a Black man who essentially built the first Black community in Gastonia. He's believed to be the first freed slave to own property in Gaston County. So between 1874 and 1913, he conducted a whole ton of financial transactions and businessy stuff that I don't understand. But he was an entrepreneur, I guess, kind of, or a land owner.
They used to have a lot of mills in Gastonia. Like, it was a really big mill town for a long time.
Well, he amassed
to do with him.
He had like 2,000 acres that he eventually amassed through these land deals. And in, post-Civil War North Carolina and really a lot of the country, it's really hard for these Black communities to crop up. So he had these 2,000 acres of land that I don't know exactly how it worked, but essentially I'm assuming it was like a landlord-tenant situation. He built a Black community. There was farmers and like business owners that came to live there and, be safe. But he built like the first Black community in Gaston County. So they are honoring him and honey badgers, I guess. But I just thought it was cool because honey hunters. It's not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And we'll have to see how they do this season, or whenever they start.
Especially on the 100-year anniversary of Tulsa.
Yeah. So, I thought that was interesting.
Go Gastonia.
Very cool.
Are you, like, how far are you from that?
I'm pretty far. It's on the other side of the state, closer to Charlotte and stuff. And I'm all the way on the East Coast. But it's, when I was in high school in Alexander County near Hickory, it wasn't that bad. But it was one of the towns that used to have a lot of industry. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Yeah. And then it kind of died off. And, I mean, it's still a city, but not thriving as it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we love minor leagues and all the other affiliated leagues. There's the Washington Wild Things, Washington, Pennsylvania. They're, I think, on like 45 minutes-ish with traffic and everything from there. So I'm going to be going to a game sometime in June. I'm going to try to go on a weekend, but I definitely want to cover that when I go to that. And I miss minor league ball. So the Cutters are actually winning. Yay. So that's interesting, but I obviously can't go to their games anymore. So I'm going to try to find more indie and like we're not really close to any minor leagues. Obviously, I mean, we do have the AAA Pittsburgh Pirates, but they're still hit or miss depending on who they're playing. But I want to like broaden my horizons. So if anyone knows anything about the Washington Wild Things, let me know. I'm excited to go.
Local team, it's still like 30 minutes from my house, like 15 for my boys. But Acuna's little brother and Ian Anderson's little brother both play for them. So
I didn't know Anderson's brother played.
Yeah, he's a pitcher, obviously. But so I want to try. Ideally, I would go like on a day that they're both in, but we will see. Apparently, they do every Sunday's Bark in the Park, which I didn't realize.
Oh, that's adorable.
So excessive, but also I like dogs. So
yeah, I think ours is like pretty much every Wednesday, which I don't know why it's Wednesday, but I think it's pretty much every Wednesday.
That's cool.
But Birmingham's a big dog town, like more so than, I don't know, fucking everybody has like 5 dogs, not just like everybody has a dog. Everybody has like a fuck ton of dogs.
And they take them everywhere.
Anyways, whatever. Everywhere. Fucking everywhere.
We are everywhere, though. And then not annoying.
We are everywhere.
Well,
we are everywhere. Obviously, you guys who are listening to this know we've been kind of on a funky schedule the last couple of weeks, so this will be out tomorrow, Wednesday, June 2nd. Hopefully, we're back to our normal Tuesday next week. If not, I'm really sorry, but we're trying. And YouTube comes out also.
Wednesdays.
Friday? Wednesday. Okay. Eventually we will finish Lecturing Ladies and you'll be able to listen to that too. Yeah. Eventually.
Life's busy, y'all.
We're trying to deal and have to deal with us.
It's probably not going to be until after the Stanley Cup Finals, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Busy doing that too.
Exactly. You can find the show Twitter at MHE Trio Pod for any hockey information you want to find, and at Mansplain BB Pod for all of our baseball shenanigans. All of our personal Twitters are obviously at Braves Ashlyn, Emily, Marlo, which I'm sure you know by now. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. We are literally everywhere.
Facebook. No
And
escaping. Patreon.
yes, Facebook. I was gonna say,
patreon.com/mansplainbpodcast.
and if you want, yes, if you want to support, Patreon is there. We have some cool content that we try to put out, and hopefully we can get some more done for you guys. Again, hopefully they'll probably be able to ramp up also when Stanley Cup Finals are over. But hey, we're here and we're trying. And if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see for Patreon content, let us know, because I'd love to do it for you. We would love to do it for you, but we don't know what you guys want.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll do like John Boy Media Office, like their Homer picks were from Patreon account. So
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yep, and
We'll do
so
something. We'll do whatever.
basically just tell us what you want, and I mean we'll probably do it if it's within reason. I mean,
price
Apple
points, right?
sent videos to people, cussing them out because that's what they wanted. So I mean, you know,
That did happen. We could bring that back.
we can bring it back. And on that note, we'll see you next Tuesday, hopefully.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.